Reolink have always been one of the best camera manufacturers on the market because, despite their very low price tag, they actually have some of the best lenses in their cameras, and that results in much higher quality picture. And it's just one thing that has kept me going back to Eufy time and time again instead of Reolink, and that is because Eufy have their little base station inside your house where all the cameras feed the images to, where it's much harder for the burglar to actually have the balls to go and steal the footage. Eufy's cameras aren't as cute. I mean, Reolink definitely has the cuter camera. And having tried the brand new Reolink Argus Pro 4, I can confirm this camera is cuter than Jason Momoa without a beard. Not only is it cute, it is also the best wireless camera I have tried so far, because not only is the picture quality comparable to 4K wired systems that I've tried, it's also much wider thanks to its dual lens technology. Now, if you pair this information with the fact that Reolink have now started doing a base station to compete with Eufy, and they've now started doing a Wi-Fi 6 battery-based camera, which is the first on the market, this has never been done before, you'll start to very quickly realise that they have kind of wandered into Eufy's turf and just gone, here's the first ever Wi-Fi 6 based camera, bitch. What are you going to do about it? I don't know why, I'm on a short circuit bent at the minute. Anyway, shots fired. Thanks to Reolink for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their IP66 weatherproof battery-based 4K dual lens wee beastie. This thing features color night vision, super bright spotlights, like insanely bright, and solar power. But most importantly is the first ever battery-powered Wi-Fi 6 security camera that works on both 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi and 5 GHz Wi-Fi. We'll talk more about what Wi-Fi 6 means for battery-based cameras in a minute, but first of all, 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz means that if you've got one of those stupid routers that won't let you connect devices that are on anything other than 5 GHz, this could be the camera for you. And that's got to hurt Eufy more than that time that Leia told me I smell.
I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board.
That's hurtful. At least I didn't snog my own brother.
What?
I'm gonna snog him in this movie, in a movie or two time, we'll find out he's your brother. How do you feel about that? Incest. Very funny. So why a Wi-Fi 6 based battery camera? Actually, lots of reasons. The first one is that it has higher data rates, which means higher resolution streams, lower latency for faster load times, a marginally improved range, which means that you can get the camera a little bit further away from your router, better power efficiency for the battery, and something called orthogonal frequency division multiple access. What? That last one just means it's less susceptible to Wi-Fi interference. Why they just say that? But not only are Reolink gunning for Eufy with Wi-Fi 6 cameras and base stations, they're also offering FTP upload, which you don't get with Eufy, micro SD card storage at up to 128 gigabytes.
Oh yeah!
And the option to store your footage to your own NAS, so you have complete choice over how your footage is stored. If you're the tinfoil hat type, this means that this is one of the few commercially available cameras that will work without cloud. It is entirely up to you whether you include Reolink at all in any step of your footage being captured.
I don't trust it! I don't trust you! And the toaster needs to stop looking at me!
Aside from that, it has all the usual good stuff you would expect from a security camera such as this, such as motion alerts for cars, humans, and pet detection.
Alrighty then.
The Argus 4 Pro has two 4mm lenses stitched together to give you an ultra-wide 180-degree field of view. So you're basically getting two cameras for the price of one. If the burglar stands perfectly still right in front of the two cameras, it will turn him into a Cyclops, which, to be fair, is my favourite feature. And at first, I did kind of think, is this a security flaw? But then I realized if I bought 2 cameras and faced them in different directions, there'd be a heck of a bigger blind spot than this. And to be fair, if your burglar is going to be able to get himself in that position without being seen, he's going to have to beam himself there. Kind of reminds me of that time that Geordi and Worf just safely beamed themselves back to the Enterprise, leaving Commander Riker to babysit somebody's bloody kid.
Picard to Commander Riker, do you read me?
Riker to Picard, I'm here.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm all right. What about Geordi and Worf?
We beamed them up an hour ago. They're fine. But we lost you in mid-transport.
Unlucky, Riker. Wah.
Wah.
As with the vast majority of Reolink cameras, it has a siren that sounds like this.
Oh god, it's terrifying. I mean, that's fine. That's going to attract a burglar's attention, I guess. It's probably not going to frighten him very much.
It has a triple cluster spotlight which does this.
Stop it.
Two-way audio that sounds like this.
Hello, Bobo. I'm here to rob your house.
Hello, Burglar. I'm about to insert a large garden implement in you.
A feed that loads as quickly as this.
Oh, it's pretty quick.
A notification response time that looks like this.
Time for a notification test. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
And it works with Amazon, Alexa, and Google Home, and that looks like this.
Okay.
This is not quick.
The built-in battery is 5,000 milliamps and apparently will last a full 24 hours on just a 10-minute charge, which bodes well for the solar panel. I haven't been able to test the solar panel for any length of time, of course, because I've only just got this camera, but I have used in the past, years ago, the original Reolink Argus and its original solar panel, and that thing lasted for years. The thing was alive for the whole time since I installed it, right through to the end. It does of course rely on the sun, and this will therefore matter where you decide to place the camera and the solar panel. And as with most cameras, you can set ignore zones, privacy zones so you're not spying on your neighbors, and alter the sensitivity of the AI recognition, and choose what to be notified about, whether you only want to be notified about people, pets, or traffic, and what hours you would like to be notified about each on an individual schedule. At 15 frames per second and 4K, this is about middle of the pack, spec-wise. However, the lenses that they've used are really clear, and you actually get a clearer picture than some of the higher resolution cameras I've tried. The daytime footage is unparalleled for a camera at this price point, and if you're actually in the market for something that specifically is very clear, I would probably go for this. The color night vision, however, is very smeary in my opinion, and I don't recommend it on that basis. However, if you are happy to have a light shine up your garden, which I think most people would be, the nighttime footage is actually really good because the spotlights are insanely bright. Therefore, the quality at nighttime is actually again some of the best I've seen because the spotlight lights people up. This thing is Amazon Alexa and Google Home only. There is no Apple HomeKit whatsoever, and that is a bit of a shame. It's also a battery-powered camera.
Welcome to Mastermind. Today's contestant is Paul Hibbert from the East Midlands, and his specialist subject is the bleeding obvious.
Yes, I know that's obvious. The reason I'm telling you this is because I think, personally, I would really like to see a wired version. You can connect a power supply to it 24/7 if you want, because it is just USB, and I have had that confirmed by Reolink that it is safe to do so, but they have also confirmed that even though you can do that, you can't record 24/7. It seems like a really bizarre choice. I don't see why you would give us the ability to power this thing 24/7, but not also give us the ability to record 24/7. RTSP is available, but only if you buy their hub. This doesn't belong in this section. This isn't really a failing. Battery-powered cameras can't do the whole RTSP thing because it would destroy their battery. The hub acts as like an interim measure so that your RTSP client has a way to get to and from the camera without it being a constant connection that wrecks the battery. There is still no way to snooze the notifications. I keep banging on to Reolink, and in fact every camera company I review, there must be a way to snooze the notifications in the app. If I turn them off and then I go and mow my lawn, I will forget to turn them back on again and then get burgled. I want the notifications to be snoozable. I want to be able to say, turn back on in 4 hours, 3 hours, 8 hours. A choice that is mine. Just give me that option. Little snooze button in the app. Give me a snooze option. Better yet, make it a voice thing that I can snooze with Amazon Alexa. Snooze notifications for 4 hours on the Reolink camera. It'd be great. In a similar vein, there is no geofencing still. Eufy have geofencing, so if you leave your house, all the cameras become armed, and when you return, so many of the cameras turn off and you decide which ones. It's a really, really cool feature, and Reolink ought to look at implementing that. It might be available on their base station, so don't quote me on that. Perhaps go and look in the description. If I find out that you can do geofencing if you have the base station, I shall update the description there to let you know. And finally, other than the Amazon Echo being very slow to load the feed, the smart home functionality is also lackluster. There's no way to trigger lights if there is motion on the camera, like you can with some other cameras, and you can't use the camera as an endpoint either. I would like to be able to talk to my Amazon Alexa and say, please will you arm the cameras, and then the cameras become armed. None of that functionality exists. It is purely load the feed on the Echo Show or load the feed on your Google Home speaker. That's it. On your screen right now is my summary for this camera using the same criteria I measure every camera with. But don't be put off by some of the low scores unless they are areas you're specifically interested in. If you're looking for a camera with amazing picture quality that can see 180 degrees, that loads reliably and works with or without a base station and is super private, this is the camera for you. It does all of those things in abundance. Subscribe if you haven't already, and you'll get to see more videos about Reolink in the near future. In the meantime, you can pick up one of these if you're interested in it in the link in the description. I think probably with some kind of discount, hopefully. Reolink, if you're watching this before it goes out live, maybe consider a discount. In the meantime, this video was brought to you by these incredible people. They're my patrons from Patreon, and without them, I'd still be working in a call center. I'm thanking one every week, and this week is LL Cool Geek. Well, for one reason, because he has the coolest possible screen name ever, but secondly, a big shout out to him and his wife. They messaged me to give the most comforting words, honestly. It keeps me doing what I'm doing. Really, really nice people. If you want to be like any of these guys, you could do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my X's and my Threads and my Instagrams and my TikToks. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. Therefore, you use the hub as an interim thing to turn the camera on and off to your RTSP client. That sounded smart, didn't it? At least it would have done if I'd said it right.